Audio Jungle.
How long did it take for you to be like, what have we done?
We've been fortunate to have the support of our community really early on, and landed in a good community. I think we started, I probably ended 2024, probably doing about like 2,000 pounds a month, maybe around there, and then by the end of like summer 2025, Liz and I were doing like 4,500 pounds like ourselves. And so that's obviously was like the break the glass moment type situation. Like that was like all hours of the day, like 7 days a week. Like it was just laundry, laundry, laundry. So um, I would say like we've been able to really learn a lot with this business too, and actually able to help some people now that have reached out on like growing pickup and delivery, which has been really cool and gratifying as well. But kind of the biggest thing we work with people now is like understanding those bottlenecks, right? And kind of benchmarks of like, okay, once you get here, you should really hire someone because a lot of that stuff is where we could have hired some people and figured out a different way to do this a while before that, before it got to that point of just like, because you get to that point, it's harder to think as a business owner, and you're just working so much in the business that you can't really understand how to grow outside the business. So at that point, we kind of slowed down on marketing a little bit and had to kind of like level out for a sec. We went on a wait list actually for like 3 months or something. Yeah, which was like, for good or for worse, right? Or for I don't know if it was good or bad, but we had a lot of people that when we reached out after just signed right up for recurring, and but we just had to, for a sec because we weren't really sure. It was like I feel like we were close to a space and just kind of that middle ground, and it was just kind of just kind of a little bit overwhelmed for sure in that period of time. So, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you what you maybe inadvertently did was, created that feeling of exclusivity, right? It's like,
For sure. Yeah.
you drive by the restaurant and the lines out the door, and you're like, oh, I want to be part of that. And people
Yeah.
are like, what do you
Absolutely.
mean I
Yeah.
can't just sign up? I got to get on a wait list.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think that during that time too, we were able to like we had to like refine our processes too because we started from doing a couple bags a day to like 15, 16 orders a day, and so it was like how do we like at the same time make our current situation. I mean, we had, at one point we just had like half of the bottom of our house like blocked, like bowling
Yeah.
tables and like the most organization we could, and like and that's the thing too. Like we've kept it very clean the way we've done this the whole time. So building those SOPs and those like things we could pass down to like our employees helped a lot just on how to keep things organized, and not it's laundry, like how to try your best to not mix people's like there's things we've learned in this process too that are like I call them like they're bound to happen just at a volume of certain scale when you're scaling, and those things have been hard for us, or were hard in the past, I think, to like understand like, okay, this happened, now how do we fix this like right now so it does not happen again. So like that live problem solving, I think, led us to really like a solid foundation, and in a quick time, and I feel like within a year and 3 months, we had like a really good system for obviously for getting through that much laundry with just the two of us at that point. So when we ended up hiring, I think we hired like 6 people to do the work that we were doing. So
Wow.
that was kind of like, oh, okay, wow, like so
Wow.
yeah.
Man, so yeah, so for context, going from two people to six is more.
Yeah.
Yes, six is more, everybody.
Who does as much? Yeah, like, yeah. So and it's and like in understanding all of those times too is where I've understood like, okay, how much laundry can someone physically get through without getting burnt out, and with still liking their job to some respect, and